I know we were expecting some new developments this weekend, but some of them have failed quality control. Make sure you indicate what you'd like redeveloped via the workstation.
What is up guys, Nekrews51 today, and as you can see we are back finally with our F1 2018 career mode. We're here in China today for round 3. And yeah, I can explain quite a bit why I've not done career mode. One is I've been really busy, and no, just because I've been doing my recreation videos doesn't mean I could be doing my career mode videos at the same time. And two, I have had no Wi-Fi for quite a while as well, which is very annoying. We had to get a completely new box and other stuff like that to get fixed, which stopped a lot of uploads in the last week or so as well, which I was planning on doing. Because this video was planned for last week as well. And we're that far behind. This update is actually right at the beginning of the game, so as you can tell, this is before we had all the season sponsors, like up-to-date sponsors. So like all these cars at the moment are at the start of the season, so basically pre-season cars and early liveries and stuff like that. But yeah, we went into the practice session. We finished third on the ultra soft tyres. We did not too well in the practice sessions. We could have been a bit better, but I think we're looking promising for qualifying anyway. So now let's see how it goes. Now let's head to the qualifying session.
We'd like to welcome you from wherever in the world you join us today for this F1 qualifying session here in Shanghai, China. This has been an exciting track in times gone by, and typically it entertains the moment the lights go out.
It's the scene of many incidents as drivers jostle for position. You have to make a choice between going for it and self-preservation. There's no point in going in hot if you don't come out intact the other side. Even if you're at the front, you will be worrying about the guys behind you.
So we're here for Q1 today. Hopefully we can actually get out of Q1 when I think about it concerned. The last couple of races we have qualified in 19th position. A real shocker obviously considering we're in a Renault, but I've been getting told by quite a few people the AI are OP at some tracks at the moment. But yeah, as you can see, really clear conditions here, and we got underway for our lap. As you can see, we've got the McLaren of Alonso, I believe, in front of us, which kind of helped us and kind of didn't. As you can see here, he helped us massively as we got a brilliant toll. Look at the speed we're hitting, just about 210 that was put out at the end of the straight there, definitely giving us a boost to get a good lap, but that's not going to help us as we went a bit wide there. But obviously what didn't help us as well, we're in the dirty of Alonso for the entire lap, which is going to cost us a little bit of time as well. We hit the curb there, just losing a little bit of the rear, and we crossed the line. It's first, obviously, not for long though, because we'll have the Ferraris coming ahead, just like that. There's Vel going faster, only by a tenth though. But then as we come to the end of Q1, we finally made it through. We finally made it through to the Q2 session, and the pace is really here today. I've got to have to say, Sainz is half a second faster than us though, which is not the best of stuff, because we need to start beating our teammate in qualifying sessions if we want to impress the team early in the season. So we got underway here in Q2, and obviously it's going to be a bit more a challenge to get into Q3. And once again, with the McLaren ahead of us, not helping us, but obviously getting a good tow as well. We cross the line, it's just behind Alonso, 2 tenths behind him. And as we skip later on to see where we'll be, as you can see, we're in 7th, which is really good. We're just a tenth off our teammate at the moment with 2 minutes to go. So we're just planning on when we're going to go out, because we need to see where we are at the moment. We don't know how many cars will improve. I think Verstappen and Ricciardo, just like that, look, we're down to 8th. So when the 2 Red Bulls were there, we're starting to worry. And what's not going to help us as well is obviously we're in 8th. We could get knocked out any moment now as the Red Bulls start probably making their way up. And as you can see, we're coming in the final corner. We have not timed that perfectly. It's a run to the line, and you wouldn't believe that. We missed out on finishing a lap, but it doesn't matter because we managed to get through into Q3 anyway, which is a relief. Got to be, like, that could have been a huge mistake. We would have been out in Q2, but we've made it into Q3 for the first time this season with our teammate. And also there's nothing much to show in Q3 as well, because we couldn't get any faster than the rest of the pack. It's just going to skip to the end of Q3, and there you go, there's Vettel on pole, and we are starting 10th behind our teammate. We were actually slower on our Q3 lap than we were on our Q2 lap. But yeah, the race is looking promising, got good pace, maybe ready for a battle for teammate, and we just don't know what this race will shape up. China's always been good to us, but now let's head to the Chinese Grand Prix. So we are here for the third round of our Formula 1 2018 career mode season here in Shanghai, China, which should be a really exciting race today, as China always brings every single year. Hopefully we can see one of those races today. 18.9 degrees as well with light clouds. And now it's time to look at the action zone, well known as places to watch or overtake. As you can see, our F1 2016 career mode in Season 3, Ricciardo flipping into the first corner, getting tagged by us and hit by the Haas, rolling into the first corner there, as you can see, really chaotic stuff. And also 4 wide in the first corner doesn't go as well as the 2 Force Indias and the Red Bull showed in the exact same race as well of that. As you can see, Ricciardo going off, everyone just colliding. Then F1 2017 career mode season, the Force Indias colliding again, just like in real life. But they collided in the game. But as you can see, the turn 6 is places to watch. As you can see, Palmer causes a massive pile-up on our Season 4 career mode as well, and that wasn't done there because Magnussen caused the other pile-up, and it was in the exact same race, a massive pile-up there. Two pile-ups in the same race, which is chaotic as well. Got to say, China is definitely a crazy race. And our F1 2017 career mode season at turn 14, Hamilton versus Nekrews with a brilliant battle, and I think we came out on top on that race. But yeah, that's the action zone. Now I'm going to hand you over to David Croft, who's going to run you through the full grid order.
Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen, Alonso, Sainz, Renault and Stoffel van Dorn, Ocon, Magnussen, Sergio Perez and Leclerc, Hartley, Ericsson, Romain Grosjean. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Lance Stroll, Sirotkin and Pierre Gasly rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
You were expected to be in a higher grid position than this. Let's push hard on the first few laps and move up a few places.
So ready to go here in China. We're on the grid. Strategy will obviously just be a 2-stop, I'd think. Maybe we can try and get a 1-stop in on the medium compound tyres. I'm just thinking, will that work though? Will it be a bit too risky? But maybe if we have to stay with the same strategy, we'll have to as our teammate or so, something like that. But we're on the way for the formation lap. All the cars get off the grid very well there. There's our teammate in front of us, and McLaren Van Dorn starts behind us as well. Alonso in 7th place from McLaren as well. So now we come to the grid, getting a few burnouts done, ready to get this race underway. It's definitely going to be a really exciting Grand Prix, really hoping it will be, and hopefully I can put on a good show for you guys today as well. But yeah, every car I think is just about lined up. I think so, yes they are. So here we go guys, the Chinese Grand Prix. What will it bring this time around? It's always been a chaotic race. What will this year's race bring? And it's lights out and away we go. It's been a good start from Sainz and a good start from us as well. We're getting right into the toe of him already. Equal starts for everybody actually, but Sainz just got the advantage on Alonso there as we just almost hit the back of Alonso there. But now, as everyone's tucked into the inside, we're going to go round the outside, and it's actually worked there. Down the inside we go in Alonso and Sainz there, and look at that, Van Dorn taking advantage as well of Sainz going wide, and he's trying to get past his teammate. Now we're into the slipstream of the 2 Red Bulls. That's Verstappen ahead of us. We're going to go try and go for the move there as we, just hit the back, just about there, Ricciardo, and the 2 Red Bulls are scrapping away here. We're in 7th position. Obviously we don't want to be fighting quite a bit with the Red Bulls, depending what their pace is like, because they'll be pretty fast I think. The Red Bulls are still going at it through these corners here. We come to the left-hander almost at the back straight already, or should I say the end of sector 2. Rumble over Verstappen here. He goes a little bit wide there, his teammate pushes out, and that's going to give us the advantage to go for the move. But look who's coming down the inside. That's Fernando Alonso there. Brilliant move from him. That is utter brilliant move. Utter brilliance from Alonso there. That was crazy stuff. He just took 2 cars at once. So Alonso, with a bad start, just made positions up and got Verstappen and me at the exact same corner. Meanwhile, we try to get Verstappen around the whole lap. But now we're into the slipstream Alonso, and we should manage to get him by the end of the straight. We're going wheel to wheel. The Renault and McLaren as we go down the inside of Fernando Alonso there, just about hitting the back of Ricciardo. And we've managed to make that move stick, and we're up into P6 on the first lap of the race, which is really good considering we started 10th. Now we skip on to lap 2. We're trying to get away from Alonso, but he seems to have good pace. and he's keeping up with us here. He's into the slipstream. He's not gaining that much, but it's just enough to go down the inside here. Will he get the move done by the end of the straight? No, he will not. But will he get good traction to his corner? He does, but we get a little bit more traction there. We're not into hot lap mode, unfortunately. We should have been, but got to be fast if you want to change your airs out the corner. But yeah, as you can see, there's we go. We just defended off Alonso, and I believe it's Verstappen trying to challenge him. But as we skip later on, just a lap later, Alonso's come back of us, and I'll tell the reason why we look so. We're just struggling so much on this lap is because our tyres have worn out already after 3 laps, and we've struggled with the rears, and we've actually pushed the rears to the limit, which is not a good sign, and that's put us massively under pressure for a few cars. We've already lost position to the McLaren of Alonso already. Now we need to try and keep ahead of a few cars as well, because we're going to come to the pits at the end of this lap and we're gaining on Alonso, but we can't get him back. But as you can see, we're sliding into every corner. Got to be so gentle on the throttle now as we skip on to when we're coming into the pits here. And what's not helped as well is I think Sainz has had the same problem as us as well. His rears have went really early on, and we're going to have to double stack, unfortunately. Luckily for us, it's us, we are the first car in, and we're putting on a set of the medium compound tyres, almost a 3-second stop from the guys there, so not too bad. Could have been a bit faster, but we're changing strategy. Meanwhile, Sainz is keeping to his with the soft compound tyres there. But as we skip a few laps later on, we're trying to get past a few cars or even undercut them back to how we should have been, well, the positions where we should have been. It's not went well so far, as Alonso's came out ahead of us still. He's actually gained a little bit more time than when we came into the pits, so about a second he's gained there on us as we skip a lap later on as well. Verstappen's jumped us as well, which is not good. But yeah, Verstappen is going to have a good pace in that Red Bull anyway, no matter what, because he's definitely in a faster car at the moment. But as we skip later on to lap 10, virtual safety cars being deployed after 4 laps and nothing happening. Something has finally happened. I believe that was Ericsson who's been hit round or even taken out the race. We're watching the replay here. It was the Williams of Stroll and Ericsson colliding. I think they go into the last corner. I think, was that Ericsson? Yes, oh look at that, as I believe that was the Toro Rosso that hit Ericsson round as well, which didn't help. We're on board with Ericsson to see what happened here. So you go through, he locks up, he pushes Stroll wide, he tries to get onto the track, and the Toro Rosso comes from nowhere and hits him round. Luckily not to lose his front left wheel there, because that was severe damage to the side. And we're on board for Verstappen. He just gets collected, and I think he lost a little bit of his wing as well. Now this is on board with Stroll. As he comes through, he can't do nothing. Ericsson's locked up, then he gets collected. Stroll really lucky there not to get a lot of damage, to be honest. I think he got a little bit, but really lucky not to lose a lot of his front wing or so. But we're now skipping on to lap 11 as the virtual safety car just came to an end there now. And we are catching this pack because obviously the drivers in front have got a lot of damage to that incident that's just happened. There's Stroll there, he's got a lot of damage I can see, because we've tried to go around the outside, we almost lose the rear there. Verstappen must have damage as well because he's going really slowly, so does the Toro Rosso, and we've caught up to the McLaren of Alonso's already after that. Now we're on board with us here, coming down to the end of the straight. Stroll locks up there, it's not going to do his tyres any good, and we didn't even mean to overtake Verstappen. We had to turn it into an overtake because we braked that late there. And also look at the side of the track, that was Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's out for the Grand Prix as well, so really chaotic scenes here on lap 11 of the Chinese Grand Prix. The leader, I believe Lewis Hamilton, I think that's who was leading at the time, is out of the race, which is going to put Bottas in the lead, I believe. But now as we skip later on to lap 12, this is Alonso's just behind Leclerc. He's trying to make his way through the field, and we're going to take advantage of that because Leclerc was going really slow out that corner, and Alonso got bogged down a little bit there, and we went past Alonso for P11, and now Leclerc is our next one ahead of us. And then we're going to go down the inside. As you can see, we make the move stick on Leclerc. We're on the medium tyres, so surprisingly our pace is really good at this stage of the Grand Prix, and a few cars are pitting now, so this is going to be where we'll come out in the race now, I think, because we're going to go to the end on the medium tyres hopefully. Is now, that's Grosjean, I believe, no, it's Magnussen, and we've came out in P7, which is where we actually were at the start, I think. Yeah, we were P7, but Van Dorn wasn't ahead of us, so he's done a really good run during the first stint of his the Grand Prix. And he's on the medium tyre, so they're going to the end now. Just we skip a lap later on. Magnussen's just a little bit faster than us at the moment. He's got a little bit more pace there, but as you can see, he goes down the inside. He's trying to get past us. I think he will get past us maybe. just about. We're keeping it in there, going wheel to wheel with the Haas driver. It's really close stuff here. We get good traction out the corner, but Magnussen should have a little bit more power in that Ferrari engine there. So we go down the inside. We're actually going to try and get round the outside. Actually, we managed to do that. In fact, as Magnussen is not giving any more room to us here. We're going through the next corner. This is going to be really tight as we come. Oh, we're going to go side by side, and it's really, really close there. Wheel banging a little bit from us there, but we'll keep Magnussen behind at the moment. But as we skip a lap later on, yes, he didn't manage to get us on the straight, but the next lap he is managing to get us here. As he goes round the outside, we're going to keep it in. We almost make contact there with him, slight contact, as we get a really bad exit there, which is not what we want. Spinning the rear tyres up. I believe there's a car into the pits as well. I think that's a Ferrari. We got a really good exit around that last corner. There's a Ferrari going slow, I think. Yes, it is. Vettel's going slow. We're going to try and make the move. As I think we did get. Yes, we did. We managed to make the move before the yellow flag zone, which is really crucial for us there. I'm glad we got that, because Magnussen could have got away from us if he didn't get past it. So really lucky stuff from us there. Magnussen is attacking us again. We're going for the move here. You can see we make slight contact with his rear tyre. We go round the outside. Magnussen goes defensive. There's a safety car. And we've got a stop-go penalty. We've got a stop-go penalty. Unbelievable stuff here in China. We've got a stop-go for that contact with Magnussen, I believe. Oh, that is really annoying there, because we're having such a good race, and we're not going to be able to take the stop and go during the safety car, unfortunately. I really wish that was a rule where you could take your stop go during the safety car, but I don't think we can anyways. We come to this, no we're not, but we are moving on to a different strategy, putting on the softs and going to the end. But the race is not over yet, just because we've got that 5-second stop go, which will not be coming in again, unfortunately, so it'll be a time penalty at the end of the race. A lot of people are coming into the pits. You can see it was Alonso coming in as well, and Verstappen getting his wing changed. But as we catch up to the pack about 3 laps later or so, this is what it looks like at the moment. We have pitted 2 times, and a few more drivers have pitted once and gone to the medium, so their tyres will wear out during the end. Meanwhile, we've got really good wear on our soft tyres, which means we should have a good advantage to the end of the race, just like we're about to restart the race now. As you can see, the safety car is coming in, and what a late restart it was. This way, the green flags are going here, and the safety car is in the pits as we're racing again here in China. We don't know how this race is going to pan out, because look, Bottas is leading from Van Dorn and Magnussen. That's the actual order, guys. All these cars in front of us is in a crucial position here, because they can gain a lot of points out of it today. As we go down the inside of Hartley, already making our way through the field. We're going really fast out of this safety car restart already. This is what we need to do, try and make our way through the field as fast as possible. But I don't even know how far we can get here, because mind, we've got a 5-second time penalties. We go down the inside of Ocon. Yes, it is there. Ocon on the medium tyres, the ones that haven't pitted during the safety car. Bottas leading away from Van Dorn, Magnussen, Raikkonen, Verstappen, I believe that was, and Perez ahead of us. We go a little bit wide there, getting to the dirt area of Perez. As now we're really getting the dirt area of Perez coming out of the next corner there. As you can see, we're onto the back straight as we skip later on. And now we're getting a good slipstream off the Force India, but you know that Mercedes engine versus the Renault engine is a little bit harder for us there. Mercedes engine definitely got the advantage. Come to the end of the straight, we're late on the brakes. Down inside, I believe I just seen 3 wide there going into that corner. I think that was the McLaren, the Haas and Ferrari. Yes, it was indeed. As you can see, it's Ricciardo actually who's at the Red Bull. He's on the mediums as well. Bottas ahead of Bottas leading the way at the front there. Now this is Magnussen, Van Dorn and Raikkonen's going to try and make it 3 wide in the first corner. He's going to go for it, but somehow they've made no contact, just like what happened in the career mode, our 2016 career mode there. I believe it was the 2 Red Bulls and 2 Force Indias. They went 4 wide and they took each other all off. These drivers have managed to be a bit more sensible in this one and managed to get through the first corner this time. We're in 6th position. Ricciardo's ahead of us. We brake late. We didn't mean to make an overtake on Ricciardo there, but we braked late enough and we've managed to get past him there. So we're ahead of Daniel Ricciardo in the Red Bull in 5th place with about 7 laps to go. We're challenging Van Dorn in the McLaren for 4th place. Ricciardo just got a really good exit there and he's coming back at us. We brake really late. We've got enough grip on our softs to keep ahead of Ricciardo there. And we've barely lost any time to Van Dorn out that corner going wide there, which is actually quite good. because obviously we do have a bit more grip, and that's we've got a bit more advantage at the moment. But as I said, lucky with our strategy once again this season. Ricciardo's getting into our slipstream there. He's gaining. Will he try and make a move? No, he'll not. We're going to try and make a move on Van Dorn. We lock up our tyre there. We don't want to be doing that because we want to take these tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. Now we're getting really close to the back of Van Dorn there. You can see Raikkonen is up the road there. You can see he's got away from Van Dorn and Magnussen. But now we are into the slipstream of Van Dorn here. You see we're barely gaining. Renault engine versus Renault engine. First corner. This is going to be really tight. As you can see, me and Van Dorn side by side. Van Dorn's not giving an inch at the moment, but we eventually hustled there. And there's Ricciardo making the move on Van Dorn as well, as we now skip later on to lap 22, just a couple laps later. And now this is Ricciardo. Ricciardo seems to be coming back at us quite a bit here, so he's a threat at the stage of the Grand Prix. But we're trying to time where we would finish at the moment if we were fourth, because we've got a 5-second penalty, and the pack is really tight, which is not a good thing for us at the moment. As you can see, I think we'd finish round about 10th or so, because you can see there's so many cars on the map, which is just within 5 seconds now. We're into the slipstream of Magnussen. We're gaining quite a bit on him here. Magnussen goes defensive. We go down the inside of Magnussen to take P3 in the Chinese Grand Prix. Ricciardo, it seems to try and get the move done as well. We don't want that. We want Magnussen and Ricciardo to battle. And also we've got a battle behind. This is a replay actually. Van Dorn, Alonso and Ocon. Oh, they've made contact, but Alonso's kind of screwed his face up there. I think he's stalled or something like that. But Alonso and Ocon ruined both the races in that move there, going to the last corner. But as we skip later on to lap 26, look at the gap we've got a few cars behind now. It's still not good enough though, unfortunately, because this is really annoying here, because we're managing to defend off Magnussen and Ricciardo, who is in, well, we're in P3, Magnussen's P4 and Ricciardo's P5, and on to the last lap here, unfortunately, as we come through into the final section of the track here. I really wish we didn't have this 5-second stop-go penalty, because we could have had a podium in our third race in our F1 career, F1 2018 career mode in Renault. This is going to take another while to get a podium if we're going to achieve that goal, but unfortunately it's not going to be today unless anything happens in these last couple of corners. Bottas takes the one, Raikkonen sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but as you can see we come in the final corner, really disappointingly not to finish P3. We have finished P3, but after that penalty we have finished P9.
Good job, Valtteri. Good job. All right, guys. Enjoyed that. Good man.
Well done.
These are pipes of the thanks. Good parts for the team.
Well done, Kevin. Great job. Thank you, mate.
Well done, guys. You deserve this.
Vamos. Top job, man.
So as you can see, the top 3 radios there from the drivers. We could have been one of them, but unfortunately it's a really disappointing result. P9 in the end. Obviously it is quite a good, to be honest, it is quite a good result for Renault, because we have struggled in the first couple of races overall. But there's Bottas taking the win from Raikkonen and Kevin Magnussen. That, to be honest, what a crazy race it's been. China always brings the most craziest races to career modes on F1 games. But yeah, Bottas wins from Raikkonen and Magnussen. Obviously Magnussen in the Haas, to be honest, it was a really good drive from him as well. We can't doubt that. Magnussen in the Haas getting P3, that is a really chaotic result. Look at that. Bottas, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Grosjean 5th as well, and Van Dorn get a good result from McLaren and himself in 6th. Verstappen losing out in 7th, Perez 8th, us 9th and Sainz 10th. But yeah, as I said, it's really disappointing, because we could have been in Magnussen's spot today. Alonso lost out quite a bit during that race after he made that mistake, so he could have been quite further up as well. But yeah, as I said, really disappointing result. We could have seen a crazy result. Well, we have seen a crazy result today, but it could have been even crazier for us to get a podium in Renault, only our 3rd race for the team. It's really disappointing, unfortunately, but yeah, what a race though, guys. We can't say that wasn't a boring race or anything. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed that one. Next up is Azerbaijan, which means we should be in for another brilliant race, because we know Azerbaijan is crazy and chaotic every single year we drive it. But yeah, really disappointed to get that stop-go penalty for just making slight contact with Magnussen, which is a joke, to be honest. But well, we'll have to take it, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Obviously, the return of career mode is back, finally. Can we get 150 likes just to show the support on the career mode just returning? Because I'm going to keep doing this every couple of days or so, or whenever I get time, because I've got other videos in the mix with it as well. We can see the midfield battle at the moment with the constructors is really close between McLaren, Haas, Force India, and us as well in the Renault. But it's getting really exciting now. As you can see, only 3 races into the season, and the season is looking really, really tense. We are 7th in the championship as well. Alonso is 6th, and to be honest with us, just to show you how crazy the championship is, Vettel is in 12th position. Yep, that's how crazy it is. Vettel is in 12th in the championship with 10 points. And we are 7th, just behind Alonso. So it's really close at the moment in the championship, but I expect that to grow later on in the season. But yeah, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I've said it before, and I've said it again, but can we get 150 likes on the video to show the support on career mode? And also YouTube will probably take likes away from my video as well, considering that's what they're doing these days as well. But yeah, make sure also, if you're new to the channel, when I think about it, make sure to watch my recreations that I do every time there's a Grand Prix on. I do the race recreation, I do the best on boards, and I'll need to bring back the crashes and fails, which I've been forgetting to do in the last couple of races as well. Next Grand Prix for the career mode will be out in 3 days or so, and that'll be the first video on career mode after the new update, which obviously more updated cars to mid-season and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share this video as well. But yeah, I will see you next time.